I'm Edie Lush, and I'm here in the Hub Pavilion in Davos, and very pleased to be joined by Rob Flaherty. He's the president of Ketchum. Why are you here in Davos?
Well, this is my third time, and I'm here to learn. The primary thing that I do when I'm here is gain perspective. I'm a consultant to management of companies, and I think it's required of a good consultant to have fresh perspective and also broad perspective. So number one is that I'm here to learn. Number two is that we have a lot of clients here, so I'm here to work with them, continue to build the relationship with them. And then three, it's the world's greatest networking opportunity, so I'm here to meet new and different people, some of whom might become future clients, but it's also interesting to meet the people who may never become a client, but from whom you can learn.
You're a phenomenal communications firm with tentacles in many different areas. This is a very interesting part of the time in the economy to be advising clients. I wonder what's the most important thing that you're finding that your clients need from you right now?
Well, first off, I think Davos is a great setting to discuss that because it's all about taking a multi-stakeholder view. I think that companies that take too narrow a view of what they're trying to accomplish in the marketplace are missing out on what they call sustainability. You have to have relationships with not just your investors and your customers, but also with your employees and with government organizations and non-government organizations and activists, faith-based groups, and many others. And this is a context through which they can build those relationships, broaden their perspective. I think one of the big things that we can bring as a counselor is talking about the fact that it's about building relationships that's going to help your business move forward, authentic relationships.
And what's your advice to companies these days? What do they come to you? What kind of problems are they specifically coming to you with? And what's your advice? And if you can give me any specifics, that would be great.
Sure. We're helping a lot of companies to expand around the globe. Companies that previously had been one country specific are now going truly global. Another thing that we talk to our clients about is the importance of living up to what you commit to. The era of spin is dead. It is no longer about perception management. Building a good reputation is about actually doing what you say you're going to do. So rather than our business, the communications business, being about all making the external promise and hoping the company lives up to it, we're as focused on making sure that the company's in a position to live up to it. We like to say that a brand is what a brand does. It's not what it says, it's what it does. Or another way of saying it is a brand is a promise, but a great brand is a promise kept. So rather than just talk about a beautiful, creative way of making an external promise that captivates people's imagination, let's talk about being a promise keeper. What are you going to do across all those stakeholders, investors and employees and consumers and all the publics out there, your communities and the world at large? What are you doing to live up to the promise of your brand and actually deliver?
How do you live up to that promise when the economy is rough and your company is maybe not doing as well as you thought it was going to be and isn't recovering as fast as you hoped?
Well, it's a great question. I do think that sometimes there can be a breach of faith in a difficult economy. Think about the employer-employee relationship in which, in tough times there isn't as much spent on employees, there can be layoffs, and that can absolutely be a break in kind of the implied promise of your relationship with this company. I think it's really important in the external marketplace that people don't end up in a recession breaking the promise that they're making to their customers. They still absolutely have to deliver. They have to find a way to do that. Now, part of that is to make sure they're not over-promising.
Rob, thank you very much for coming into the Hub Pavilion here in Davos. It's been a delight talking to you, and I'm Edie Lush.